6:30 we got number 13 Ole Miss traveling to Tennessee. Ole Miss favorite 2.5 points on the SEC Network. They're coming off a very it was like a game 52-51 against number 13 Arkansas. Matt Corral went 14-21. What? That can't be right. That cannot be right. They for 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Henry Parrish Jr. had 18 carries for 111 yards, not to mention Stu. Connor, who also had over 100 yards on the day. Braylon Saunders had 2 catches for 127 yards and a touchdown. Tennessee's coming off a 45-20 domination of South Carolina. And I swear, Tennessee went out of playoff contention, and I was like, oh my god. No! Because as soon as they went out of playoff contention, they started starting Hendon Hooker, who's the guy, if you did not know, I was calling to start from day one. Guy I loved at Virginia Tech. I think I have a lot of potential. And then they started Joe Milton over. I'm like, maybe I'm not very good at evaluating talent, I guess, because honestly, I didn't think Joe Milton was that good when I watched it. Because I watched Virginia Tech a lot when Hendon Hooker was starting, and I watched Michigan a lot when Joe Milton was starting, and I thought, not great. He was not a great quarterback, and I remember thinking, Hendon Hooker's a good quarterback, and it's just unfortunately got injured last year, and they really wanted Braxton Burmeister to be their quarterback. So he goes to Tennessee. There's a quarterback battle. Joe Milton wins, and I'm like, oh my god, I guess I'm wrong. And then they end up doing, I guess, somewhat well. They ended up winning 38-6 against Bowling Green State. They lose 41-34, but still put up 34 points against Pitt. They win 56-0 against Tennessee Tech. And I think, okay, Joe Milton's going to be the starting quarterback. And then the Florida game hits, and Joe Milton is no longer the starting quarterback, to say very least. But Hendon Hooker last week went 17-23 for 225 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and a rushing touchdown. Tyon Evans on the ground had 16 carries for 119 yards and a touchdown. And Velus Jones Jr. had 6 catches for 103 yards and a touchdown. Ole Miss has gone 19-44 against Tennessee all time, and Tennessee's won 14 out of the last 15. I couldn't put who won the last one because apparently it was voided. It was confusing, to say the very least, why it was voided. But, I guess I know it's like Hugh Freeze's wins or something, but regardless, Tennessee has won 14 out of the last 15 matchups between these two. Tennessee has dominated Ole Miss, but this is a different Ole Miss team. Lane Kiffin's coaching is very well coached. Tennessee's also very well coached. I can say that about most teams in the SEC, at least in my opinion. But Josh Heupel was really good at UCF. He has done a pretty good job here. Sure, they didn't end up beating number 11 Florida, but they have beaten Mizzou and South Carolina both pretty handily, and Mizzou's one of the better teams. And on that side, outside of Georgia, Florida, and Kentucky, you still have Georgia and Kentucky left on their schedule, and you draw Ole Miss from the other side. Obviously not ideal. I like Tennessee here. Honestly, I do. I love Hendon Hooker. I think he's a phenomenal quarterback, and I think he's gonna get a national audience, and I think we're gonna get to see Hendon Hooker really play well for the first time, and I'm really excited for him.